What's good, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony, aka Descendant of Chaos and Controversy, and I guess I'm gonna have to address this, which I really didn't want to. I put it on the shelf because it seemed like everybody was already attacking this particular topic of discussion, and being that it was trending, I was like, all right, it got enough attention. Why do I need to add my input to it? Okay. But people were like, man, Tony, this is a good thing to talk about since you always hitting upon controversial issues and stuff like that. So, out of curiosity, we want to know what your take is on the whole TikTok boycotting, whatever the case may be that's going on over there on that platform. Okay. So I said, okay, let me do a little bit of research, look into what's going on, see what this whole controversy is about over on TikTok. And I did what I had to do. I entertained a couple of, videos to get the gist of what was going on. And I said, okay. I think I got what the bottom line is of what's going on over at TikTok. So, apparently what's been going on over at TikTok was that you had creators versus influencers, okay? The content creators were of the black spectrum, okay? They were coming up with all these choreographies and dance moves, and, they were given these challenges, and they would, come up with whatever type of choreography that would, match that type of challenge, so to speak. And then I guess some of these influencers who happen to be white were taking some of these moves and applying it to their own platform, and they were getting recognition and credit for it, which then led to them getting deals and endorsements and what have you. That's what I got as the initial grievances that was being presented to the viewers. Okay, now, of course, everybody brought up, hey, this isn't nothing new. This has been going on for some time. If you wanted to get technical, there are a lot of black inventors that weren't given the credibility or given credit for some of the inventions that we benefit from to today, and that a lot of people who were white took credit for it. Okay. And they were excluded out of the history books until, people went back, did the research, and then did the justice and, gave recognition to the black inventors, okay? Then you got into diving into the music. Black songwriters not getting the credit that they deserve for coming up with some of these songs or whatever. And one of the, I guess, go-to reference that people are familiar with was a lot of people talking about how Elvis stole a lot of black music and stuff like that. I can't really talk about it because I wasn't a big follower of Elvis. I know who Elvis is. I know some of the movies he's done and some of the music that are popular. But as far as me being a follower of Elvis, a fan of Elvis, I wasn't, and I'm not. Okay, I'm more of a Beatles person. Okay, but so you had that argument. Now you got this boycott that's going on over at TikTok, where all these black content creators have boycotted doing any new choreography for Megan Thee Stallion's new song, whatever the hell it is. That's not the name of the song, but I don't follow her ass neither. I think she's quite annoying, and my personal, and I don't see how some of these so-called talents get the high-profile recognition that they do, when you got other talent that's far more better than what they have out here commercialized, getting all the fame that they got. But again, a different subject to be discussed on a different time, different video. But there's this main particular, I guess you want to say, white influencer named Charlie such and such. I don't know her name, but she was the main one that was the main focus when it came to pointing out another influencer who was this other young black female who did some original dance move, and you can see the side-by-side comparison that Charlie basically took it without giving her credit. Now, it wasn't so much that people felt some kind of way about it, and people weren't asking much in return. It was just, hey, you know what? It's somewhat of a, how should I put it? They were appreciative that they were noticed enough for someone else who was of a greater influence than they were to acknowledge them by, using their dance moves, but where the issue came into play that they weren't given credit for it. And it was basically saying, hey, you know what? We don't really want the endorsements. We don't really, want all that recognition like that you're getting. But just, hey, say, you know what? This is what influenced me to do this dance move. Just giving credit to the content creator. And that was it. I thought it was fair. I thought it was a fair request. And no harm, no foul. But then it got to be racial, okay? And I know prior to this situation, there was a lot of things about TikTok that people were pointing out that there was a lot of racial stuff that was going on over there, and how that, like, people were able to express themselves, like being racist and stuff like that. And I reviewed a lot of that also on YouTube to see what people were talking about. Now, before I go any further, a point was made by this one particular guy that I was watching, and he just so happened to catch the attention of Roland Martin, and he pretty much was showing you in the timestamp where if he was to make a comment and he used certain words such as white supremacy or Nazis or white nationalists, that TikTok accepted it. But if you said anything about a black man or BLM or something like that, it came up in the caption threat, and it wouldn't allow you to proceed to post whatever comment that you want to post. So I said, interesting. That's a unique algorithm that TikTok has. Very interesting. Now, so I said that caught a bit of my attention from what was pointed out in that particular area. So moving forward to this whole boycott situation. Now, these black content creators who come up with this choreography went on a TikTok strike. They're not making any new dance moves. And they're watching these white influencers with no references of choreography to imitate. And it became a disaster, so to speak, in the perception and perspective of the black content creators, and they're watching the train wreck just unfold and take place. And they're out of sync, no rhythm, all over the place, no instructions being followed to the T. And basically, what I got out of it was that you had a bunch of white people that reminded me of that actress from Scary Movie that went running with her hands in the air. I found it comical. Okay? Say what you want. If shit is funny, I don't care who you are, I'ma laugh at it. It just, whatever. But here's where I want to get into the nitty gritty about this whole situation. What I don't get is if you're pointing out or making a complaint against an app that seems to be doing you no justice, that seems to exclude you and prevent you from getting the same recognition as another group is awarded, endorsements or what have you, then why do you support it? That's a fair question. Why do you support something that doesn't support or recognize you? Okay. And then I said, damn, are there any other alternatives aside from TikTok that these black content creators can go to at least get some recognition for the work that they put in to be creative, express themselves or what have you. And it just so happens that Isaac Hayes Jr. or the third or whatever I think it's the third. He came up with an app called Fanbase, whereas you can have black content creators come over, monetize their own stuff, patent it, be creative, and get paid. Without all that extra jargon that people have to go through, like with YouTube or TikTok or whatever the case may be, and they can start making money quicker and faster, and it pretty much invites any ideas as far as like creating content goes, But here's the problem. Okay. For me, I can't download the app because I'm working off of this little crappy ass Samsung Android phone, which Google is the primary for the algorithms and all that stuff, and for the Google Play Store. So Fanbase isn't on Google Play Store, But if you have an Apple phone and you have an Apple app, you could purchase or download the Fanbase app off of Apple. Okay, so I guess you can, if he decides to expand and go beyond Apple and maybe see what he can do with Android or Google or whatever the case may be, maybe he can broaden the spectrum a little bit. But where the problem lies is there's not enough black people that's supporting that app. So my question is, why are you complaining about some other platform that you are having your issues with, but when you have another avenue to explore, you're not supporting that? That would eliminate half the complaints right there. But here's the problem. When it comes to us supporting us, we do not do that. You can have somebody that's willing to stick their neck out to say, hey, you know what? I see what's going on over here. Let me provide you with a better option or a different route to take where you could probably do better and be recognized. So it's, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, I understand the complaint within the context that is being made, but I don't understand that. Okay, you have another avenue or another option to explore, whereas you don't have to support the app that you're complaining about, that you claim to be racist. I don't get it. And then when you have someone who is black that's trying to give you something to work with, you're not supporting it. So, in my opinion, it's just like, put up or shut up. Because all it is, all that I'm looking at right now is that when these people do come off their strike, which I'm pretty sure there's not going to be anything offered as tangibles to satisfy those who are, I guess the originators of being the content creators of whatever dances that come out, and when they do decide to come up off the strike and, give some more content for other people to take and use for their own benefit, you're going to sit there and be right back in the same position crying and complaining when you could have took your ass off of that app and supported another app that was ready and available for you to go support. I'm just saying. So, it is what it is. I really didn't entertain this that much, so I don't have that much in depth to say about it, because to me it's just trivial to me. I mean, I understand, but you can either take it to court if that's beneficial to those that have a legitimate complaint, But anyway, that's all I got for now. Until next time, until next video, please, please, please like, share, and subscribe. It ain't too much for you to do that. It isn't. And again, you can hit the like button or you can hit the dislike button. To me, it doesn't matter either way. I just appreciate you viewing this video or any other video that I make. That's being humble. But you already know how it go. Peace.